Welcome to the destination, Stories Behind Art. Today, we invite you to another journey into the world of masterpieces, where brushstrokes tell stories. In this video, we are unraveling the enigma of Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio's Narcissus. This is not just a painting. It is a mirror reflecting the depths of human emotion, mythology, and the genius of a rebel artist. To truly understand Caravaggio's Narcissus, we first need to dive into the myth itself, a tale as old as time woven into the fabric of Greco-Roman mythology. The most famous version comes from Ovid's Metamorphoses Book 3, where we meet Narcissus, the stunningly beautiful son of the nymph Liriope and the river god Cephissus. Legend has it that when Narcissus was still a boy, his concerned mother took him to the blind prophet Tiresias to learn of his future. Tiresias gave a cryptic response: "If he but fail to recognize himself, a long life he may have beneath the sun." This prophecy, like many in ancient mythology, was a double-edged sword. Narcissus's fate was sealed by his own reflection. Narcissus grew up to be a youth of remarkable beauty, yet his vanity was equally extraordinary. He turned away all who loved him, dismissing their affections as beneath him. But then, one fateful day, he encountered his perfect match, not in another, but in his own reflection. As he gazed into the still waters of a pool, he fell deeply, hopelessly in love with the image before him. Captivated by his own beauty, Narcissus neglected everything else: food, drink, and the world around him. His love was a doomed one, a love that could never be reciprocated because it was, in essence, self-love. As he pined away by the pool, his life ebbed away, and in the place where he died, a beautiful yellow flower bloomed, the narcissus, a symbol of vanity and unrequited love. Now, let's shift our focus to Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio. Often known simply as Caravaggio, he was born in 1571 in Milan. He was a revolutionary figure in the art world and a man of contrasts. He captured the beauty of life on canvas, but his life off the canvas was marked by turbulence. He was no stranger to controversy, frequently finding himself entangled in brawls, legal issues, and even a murder charge that forced him to flee Rome. Caravaggio's approach to art was equally revolutionary. He rejected the idealized beauty of the Renaissance and instead focused on a raw, unfiltered depiction of human experience. His figures were often based on real-life models, people he encountered in the streets of Rome, from beggars to prostitutes. This commitment to realism was groundbreaking and set the stage for the emotional intensity that would define the Baroque era. The Narcissus painting was created during the middle of Caravaggio's career, a period marked by intense creativity and experimentation. The painting itself is a study in duality: light and shadow, life and death, love and vanity. It is a composition that mirrors the myth it portrays, with Narcissus bent over the water, his reflection a perfect echo of his form above. What makes Caravaggio's Narcissus stand out is its unique composition. It is almost like a playing card, with the upper half reflected perfectly in the lower. This clever arrangement reinforces the theme of the myth. Narcissus is both himself and his reflection, lost in the paradox of loving an image that can never love him back. Notice how Caravaggio uses the device of the naked knee as the visual pivot of the painting. The puffed sleeves guide our gaze to Narcissus's hand, which is immersed in the water, desperately trying to touch the illusion of his own beauty. This is a powerful moment, frozen in time, capturing the very climax of Narcissus's longing and realization of his unattainable desire. Caravaggio's genius lies not just in his storytelling, but in his technique. He was a master of chiaroscuro, the dramatic use of light and shadow, which he used to bring an almost three-dimensional quality to his figures. In Narcissus, this technique heightens the emotional intensity of the scene. The light caresses Narcissus's youthful features, highlighting his beauty, while the shadows creeping around him suggest the impending doom. It is as if the light is the fleeting nature of life and love, while the shadows represent the inevitable decay and death that follow. Caravaggio's play with light and dark does not just create a visual spectacle. It tells a story, a story of vanity, obsession, and the tragic consequences of losing oneself too much. The background in Narcissus is deliberately dark and undefined, a void that isolates the figure. This emptiness emphasizes Narcissus's solitude and his disconnection from the world as he becomes consumed by his reflection. Caravaggio uses this stark contrast to draw us into the psychological depth of his character. Narcissus is trapped in his own world, a prisoner of his vanity. This painting is more than a retelling of an ancient myth. It is a profound exploration of the human psyche. The reflection in the water symbolizes the illusion of self-love, while the pool itself represents the trap of vanity, an abyss that swallows those who gaze too long in their own image. The expression on Narcissus's face is one of deep absorption, almost a trance-like state. He is so captivated by his own image that he fails to see the world around him, symbolizing the dangers of excessive self-involvement. The darkness surrounding him is a metaphor for the isolation and emptiness that come with such obsession. It is a haunting reminder of the consequences of losing oneself to vanity. Caravaggio's Narcissus is also a reflection of the artist's own life, a life filled with drama, conflict, and the constant battle between light and darkness. His works often featured sensual young men, capturing the raw beauty and emotional intensity that he experienced in the streets of Rome. His influence on the Baroque era was profound, setting the stage for future artists who sought to convey the complexity of the human experience through their art. Caravaggio's legacy is one of raw emotion and unfiltered reality. His Narcissus is not just a painting. It is a mirror that reflects the complexities of human nature, a reminder that vanity, like Greek tragedy, has its price. Even today, we find ourselves captivated by our own reflections, both literal and metaphorical, and Caravaggio's masterpiece serves as a timeless cautionary tale. So, as we take one last look at Narcissus, we are not just seeing a figure from myth, we are seeing ourselves. Caravaggio invites us to step into the shoes, or rather the reflection, of Narcissus, to explore the depths of our own vanity, our own obsessions, and the darkness that can consume us if we are not careful. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of art, myth, and the human condition. If you have enjoyed this deep dive into Caravaggio's world, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more captivating stories from the realm of art. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, and remember, sometimes the most profound reflections are found in the darkest waters.